We are here at Skoolie UP, last day, and one thing led to another. And we're going to install not some solar, but we're going to start prepping for a Victron system on the Flxible bus here. That's a Flxible. It's a nice bus. So let's take a look at what we got going here. Got my messy work area. We're going to be doing 2 of these blue charge controllers, blue solar, and the difference between these, between the blue solar and the smart solar, is no Bluetooth. Weird that it's called blue solar, actually, come to think of it. So the servo is what's required to do all the monitoring and talking, and you do save a little bit of money, especially if you're doing a number of these controllers. You do save a little bit by omitting the Bluetooth. And got the links, a couple of breakers. I didn't have a two breaker box, and we're using a kind of an old one that I had laying around, but Dan, the customer I'm working for, he's an old friend and we talked about it. I'm not charging him anything for that. It's just the system kind of grew out of just let's do a couple of little things just to get those little small panels going better than the PWM controllers that are on there. And here we are, and I think he's gonna be doing an inverter here soon. I probably would have installed that, except if you remember a previous video not that long ago, we had an inverter fail, so I had to use my spare, so I couldn't sell him that one. That one's gonna get fixed. And if you're curious on how that went, check out a previous video on failed multi-plus. And yeah, so this is kind of how it's all going together. I got some more wires to run, and then we're going to be installing this board right into a bay that's in the bus. Here we are with the board mostly put together, at least test fit, and then we're going to go and put it in the bus over there. And hopefully nothing catches on fire. We got a couple of main connections to make yet. We got the customer helping out here a little bit. So
well, hopefully not making too much work for him anyways.
Hopefully not. It looks like he's running the HDMI and USB up to where the Servo GX or the Touch GX screen is going to be. We got this mounted in there. Of course, got the lighting in there too. I'm gonna wire up the breakers, at least one set of breakers, to the panels up front. We're gonna do some experiments with them. I'll let him do the hard work. So before we get too carried away, we've got 2 sets of panels here that the customer's been running, and we're gonna maybe try and put each of these in series, so 4 panels in series into that controller, or as they're currently configured, parallel, and then running those in series, or we could run them all in parallel, which is kind of what they're doing right now. But it's pretty kind of a partly sunny, cloudy day out, and I think it might be fun to do a little experimenting and see what we get for power output in different configurations. So to kick that off, I've already converted one to MC4 connectors, and that way you can do the reconfiguring so easily. And this is kind of what they are normally put into, and it's a little cheap PWM controller. And so yeah, we're going to convert that to MC4s and put those into the Victron MPPT or MPPT, whatever. All right, we got both of these panels hooked up. I'm running them in series. Each of these 2 pairs are in parallel, and the entire group is in series. And there's something I want to play around with and just see if we can tell if there's a difference. See those little blades of grass right there? This is really important. I think that those little blades of grass will drop your production down quite a bit. So we're gonna even see if that makes a difference. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it needs to be all the way on the bottom like our other experiments showed. But I have a feeling that is gonna even have a big effect. Let's go see what we're getting now. Just these 2 little what watts are these, Dan?
150 each.
150 each. So we got 300 watts. And Dan has had no idea how many he's been getting all week here at Skoolie UP. And we are showing 145. That's about half, and it's pretty cloudy. That's not bad. Let's see if we remove some of that grass. Oh, it's perking up there. Let's see if we clear off some of that grass and if it gets better. This is more just a theory I have. For sure, when it's up against there, if it casts a shadow, that'll do it. Yeah, any little shading on these panels will reduce your harvest. Now when it's kind of bright and overcast like it is today, it's less critical. Basically what I look at is the shadows. How hard are the shadows? If the shadows are hard and crisp, it matters even more. So it's probably going to be hard to tell because the conditions have likely changed. But let's take a look. Yeah, I could tell it got a little less sunny out, but still not bad. We are putting power into the batteries, that's what matters. And he does not have a inverter yet. That is to come, and all the other fun stuff. But it's well on his way. Well, here's the wrap up on the start of the electrical bay. Still got the AGM batteries in there. Still got the old Xantrax inverter.
Xantrax Freedom.
Xantrax Freedom inverter.
Whatever that means.
Yep. Freedom to buy something better. And of course, I want to make note, the light is working on the Lynx distributor. That is a Soda Solar exclusive as far as I'm aware. If anybody else is doing it, good for you. And yeah, we got one of the just the one breaker on because we just got one set of panels. Dan's gonna be adding the other set himself here shortly, and he's finishing up on the conduit on the HDMI USB that runs up. So let's give one quick final look at this beautiful bus. And our work is about done. I think we've done enough damage. If you need help on your RV, Skoolie, vintage bus, off-grid cabin, van, wagon, garden shed, whatever you want power on that's not connected to the grid, that's about our only thing. We don't do anything with residential or grid connected stuff, only off-grid. If you need help with any of that, check out sotasolar.com, S-O-T-A solar.com, like Minnesota, where we're from. And also, Skoolie UP was a great event. We had a lot of fun. 5,000 watts on that guy right there. Sorry, it's already sold. Pretty sweet bus.